How's it going, everybody? It's Mac, and welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video today. Today is not going to be our usual Dead by Daylight video because the developers have just came out and announced all the list of changes that are coming up to the next update, which basically means in today's video, I am going to go ahead and go through some of the more major decisions, the major changes the developers have made that I personally find to be more important. But just in case anybody else is curious about the more minute or minor changes that developers are also going to be implementing the next update, you can always find the patch notes link down in the description below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start off by talking about the brand new clown changes that could be coming to the next update. The developers put on their webpage, they started off by saying the clown gameplay update. Kicking things off, the clown is receiving some changes in the upcoming mid-chapter. Our resident funny man has been cooking something up, introducing the afterpiece antidote. This new throwable bottle shatters and releases a delayed yellow gas. Once the gas activates, anyone who steps in the gas receives a 10% movement speed bonus. Like your tonic, this effect lingers for a few seconds after leaving the gas. You can swap between tonics and antidotes by tapping the active ability button at any time. Antidote isn't just a name, it will also cure any negative effects from the afterpiece tonic. You'll want to be careful where you throw them. They make you faster, but a poorly thrown bottle will make the survivor faster as well. Or you may want to lure a survivor to an area with no pals remaining with juicy antidotes. Remember, if the two gases collide, they will neutralize each other and disappear. We also recognize that every second counts. That's why we reduce the time taken to reload your bottles to 3 seconds, down from 5 seconds, and the reloading will give you your 4 bottles in any combination. You do not need to reload tonics and antidotes separately. Last but not least, we've done the pass on the clown's add-ons, and there's some interesting new combinations in there that we're curious to see what you can do with. So those are going to be updates that the developers can be releasing for the clown. They actually included a video description or a video example of what kind of this update looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what that looks like right here.
The purple bottles are staying the same, so you can play clown the way you're used to. You throw a purple bottle, people get intoxicated, they slow down, you can hit them. You can switch to throwing yellow bottles and they have no effect until they turn yellow. So the gray cloud is like a placeholder until it turns yellow and activates. Any player entering a yellow cloud gets extra movement speed for a period of time. And if you're intoxicated by a purple cloud and you hit a yellow one, then it will remove that effect. We're also going to reduce the amount of time it takes to reload. That's going to be 3 seconds now. Yay! Everybody cheer! Yay! I can hear it. I can hear it. We wanted to increase potential for interesting plays with him, and we already like the way the purple bottles work. So we thought, let's give him 2 bottles to give them an encouragement. So if there's a dead end over here and there's a pallet over here, you throw a yellow here, and then the survivor's like, do I go for the pallet? Or do I go for the yellow? And if the clown gets in there, then he is also going to pick up some extra speed. So it's to create more interesting gameplay around him.
The next thing that we're going to be talking about is the HUD update that the developers have randomly just announced as well. And this is what they had to say. We've all got some fond memories of the in-game HUD, but after 4 years of additions, we felt that it was time to rebuild it from the ground up. Seeing is believing here, so there's a couple examples of what you can expect. These right here are going to be the examples that developers have showed us of the new HUD updates. Let me know in the comment section down below of what you guys think of these 2 updates. The developers continue by saying the first thing you'll probably notice is the new layout. We've aimed to keep things clean and familiar to the long-time players while updating the HUD, but that's not all. The new HUD comes with a few tricks up its sleeves. Character portraits. The longer you will stare blankly at the generic figures in the comer, trying to figure out which one is Meg and which one is Dwight, you'll now see the face of the survivor next to their name. Hook counter in progress. Next to each survivor's portrait, you'll find a hook counter. This will help you remember who's been hooked, who hasn't, and who can't afford to be hooked again. Killers will also see a meter showing their hook progress to give them an idea of how well they're doing. UI scale options. Are you squinting at a tiny screen across the room trying to make out what the text says? Or are you minimalist who wants the HUD to take up as little space as possible? Either way, we have you covered. You'll find new options to increase or decrease the size of the HUD in the options menu. And to any streamers out there, don't worry, we didn't forget about you. We made sure to leave a space for you to put your camera without covering up any important HUD elements. So the next actual major update also comes with the Survivor locomotion animation update. The developers basically started off by saying, keep it with the theme of the updating of what's old. We've revisited Survivor animations. As the game moves forward to a more realistic direction, we felt it was only fitting to switch to more realistic and fluid animations. We have made a conscious effort to not change movement itself. Your input as well as your character's speed, turn rates, and acceleration have not changed, while the actual movement for the survivors has not changed. New animations can make it feel different to control. We'll be keeping a close eye out for feedback to make sure that we find a compromise between making things look better while also keeping them feeling right. The developers also left a little mini trailer video right here that I'm going to show you that exemplifies or shows what these changes look like. The next section that they added was the matchmaking rating and rank rewards. They started off by saying, starting with some good news, matchmaking ratings are returning in the near future. We have been hard at work at tweaking the system since our try last year, and we are preparing to re-enable skill-based matchmaking for just another test soon. But that's not all. Once we are happy with matchmaking ratings and return to the system for good, we'll be introducing rank rewards. Since ranks will be no longer used for matchmaking, they will instead be repurposed to reward dedicated players. Each month, everyone will be given blood points based on the highest rank that they've reached, and then be reset back to 20. Here's an example of what these kind of blood point changes look like, depending on what rank you end up getting by the end of the season. So if anybody knows my channel, they will know that I'm actually a pretty big Wraith fan. Although he's not the strongest killer in the world, he is definitely like a really unique killer in my perspective, in my opinion. So I've always been pretty close and attached to this character in the game. But the developers actually announced some new changes that are also going to come with the Wraith, which I think are well deserved, long deserved, that he should have gotten a long time ago. It's called the Wraith True Invisibility. A keen survivor can see the Wraith while he's cloaked by a faint shimmer. To give him a small boost, we'll be changing his cloak shimmer to only be visible when close by. The Wraith shimmer will be completely invisible beyond 24 meters, somewhat visible between 24 and 16 meters, unchanged within 16 meters. The goal of this change is to make it harder for survivors to get tabs on the Wraith while he is cloaked, while maintaining an opportunity for a survivor to react if you approach from the open. Again, in my opinion, I think this was an update that was long coming to the Wraith that he really needed. It was kind of strange that his power was supposed to be invisibility, but it felt like his invisibility never really served any purpose because he just turned into like an M1 killer. Again, he's a very unique killer in concept and in theory, but I felt like in execution and practice in the game, it didn't really work out too well for him. So I'm really happy to see that he's going to get some well-deserved changes. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for these changes for the update. These are all the major ones that I found to be truly important that I wanted to go ahead and make a video and share with you guys about. If you guys have any opinions on these changes at all, please let me know down in the comment section down below. I'd be curious on having a discussion with you guys on what you guys think these changes are and how you think they're going to impact gameplay. But regardless, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Mac. I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace out.